Hi, Blythe Stevens here, MFA Bliss Catalyst and creator of A Blythe Coach, where I help multi-passionate creatives take leaps of faith. Today, sharing my March flip in my seasonal bullet journal. We've got a rhodorama. They come from France notebook. It's fountain pen friendly, and I've been using my pens a lot. Continuing to collect all of my existing golden 20s and Art Deco paraphernalia, including some cool art exhibits and parties of the past. Things to look forward to as well in the future. March was the end of Q1 and a very eventful month, including the end of Karneval, Karneval being a very big event here in town. Lots of teaching and substitute teaching and coaching. I participated in International Women's Day, and that and Women's History Month were big events for me, important to me personally, and as part of serving the folks that I do in dance and education. The spring equinox is an important event for me each year. Living where I do, the change of the seasons and living seasonally help me enjoy the flow of the year. And that transition from winter into spring is a particularly delicious one, I find. A lot of folks celebrate Ramadan and Lent after Karneval. And it's generally can be a period of mindfulness and reflection and self-growth. There's also the time change. That was an important event, springing forward to summertime here, Central European summertime. Also St. Patrick's Day and my first cold of the year. Not a highlight, but definitely a fact of life. Having gone through January and February healthy this year, I did get struck down with whatever everyone was getting. All of my students have been coughing and in terms of other glows, we'll see what happens through the flip, because this is in part a real-time reflection with you, whoever also joined me for this bullet journal flip and review of the month past. So I'm pulling out my highlights, lowlights, experiences, memories, sometimes in real time. Sometimes I've already captured and recorded everything that went on. And sometimes I've missed things and have to go back and pull out important memories. Did some reading, finished a couple of really fun novels, a romance called Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez, and a cozy mystery called The Weed That Strings the Hangman's Bag by Alan Bradley. I enjoyed them both in different ways. Oh, 3 novels. I switched pen colors, but these are all 3 of them novels. I just had written with Lamy Turquoise, I believe, here and here, and then Diamine Inkjet Jacaranda there. So Conversations with Friends deserves quite a few trigger warnings, a modern romance that calls itself, but also extremely well written. So I enjoyed all of my fiction reading in March, as well as my Spring Sensations dance playlist. Some songs in specific, but I didn't record them yet here. We watched 2 very long films, as it happens. Both Wicked and Babylon were about 3 hours each, I think. Wicked is a musical which I had seen the Broadway touring version back in Honolulu some years back, but got to see the new film together streaming, and I remembered some of the amazing songs that are in that musical, and some really great commentary and some really great performances. And then also, I don't know, it had some highs and lows, and I felt the same way in a way about Babylon. It was really well created, acted cinematography-wise in moments, and then had some really amazing moments, very family and friendly, must say that as well. It's like a very sexy, non-family friendly Singing in the Rain, tracking that transition from silent pictures to talkies. So interesting topic, great acting, and like I said, some really amazing moments, but also maybe longer than it need to be, not always. Yeah. So series-wise, we watched What We Do in the Shadows, still working on Deep Space Nine. I've been getting physical therapy. That's what this little slip of paper underneath is. I've been having some hip pains, so getting some help with that, as well as continuing to buy some fountain pen inks and a new pen that I got to play with that month. It was a good health prevention checkup month. In addition to taking care of that hip issue with some physical therapy, I also got a full checkup and blood work and doing all kinds of great things to, other than getting sick with that cold, to take care of my health in a more long-term way. As I mentioned, International Women's Day was a very important event, and I shared some free offerings in honor of that, both on the YouTube channel, on the blog, and in real life at an open house at One-to-One Institute here in Cologne. Got to offer a little bar à terre class and work with some potential new dancers there. Had some fun times with friends also that week. Definitely trying to get time together with friends and family here before we travel in the upcoming month of April. Rosenmontag, coming up to the end of Karneval, is always fun, but also mixed emotions as we change seasons, change what we're celebrating. Did a lot of teaching and substitute teaching and coaching, so that plus recovering from being sick required a lot of energy, was very challenging, but also was very fulfilling. Unfortunately, lots of kids were sick too, so that's tough. But returned to tango, had a great time with that. Quality time, double dates with friends, robot cat sushi, bought myself a new hoodie, and minor things like that. But when you have a really minimalist closet like I have, those sorts of purchases are very mindful, and replacing the old with something that will hopefully last a really long time, and connected with friends near and far, virtually and in real life. Here is one of my favorite new inks that I was influenced to buy, Jacaranda. It was actually Simona on YouTube and others. I ended up looking it up and watching a lot of things on it, but I love that ink now. Sidetrack, tangent. In addition to the origami papers that I love, and stickers that I love, and stamps that I love, pens and inks are becoming a big part of my practice. And that ink in this pen, my new Kaweco All Sport AL Sport Stonewash Denim. I did have that in there, and now I have Robert Oster, however you say that, Summer Storm, and it is also gorgeous. It's a double broad, so with light colors like that, as you can see, there's some beautiful shading. And if you're not a pen nerd like me, maybe that's all a bunch of mumbo jumbo to you, but if you are into that sort of thing or curious, maybe you'll enjoy some of the different inks I have going on here as well. Oh, I'm enjoying them. And that's the main thing. It helps motivate my journaling practice and makes it attractive. And here I'm noting that I did some more tango, and I need to schedule some more imaging and really get my hip issue diagnosed. It's not something that's going to pop away again. Celebrated a friend's birthday, had that new pen day, did a lot of teaching and chores, and Oh, guess I forgot to write those down. I did do them. I was recording my last posting of quarter one, but I didn't write down what it actually was in this part. I went to the eye doctor, so this is not really important to keep, but I had it in hand just as sort of an extra reminder that I had an eye doctor checkup. Finished quarter one strong. So starting to celebrate Easter and spring, getting outside with the beautiful weather into gardens and seeing the flowers, and just enjoying my favorite time of year as we wound up for the time change. As far as quarterly reflection, I did record 13 and post 13 videos, 10 blogs, and 13 email newsletters. I will be capturing how many classes, coaching sessions, morning pages. These sort of things are mostly weekly, and I don't keep as close tabs other than just to be mindful that that's still going on a regular basis. Yeah, and then we move into, can you believe it? We have moved into April. I'm excited. So, I will also do a flip of my annual book and my 2025s and 2025 as a quarter one reflection as part of my quarter one review process, getting complete on the first 3 months of the year. But for now, that's what March looked like, very much focused on International Women's Day, contributions and collaborations, being on social media, in real life, in classes, about that on the heels of, in February, Eating Disorders Awareness Week, and coming up on in April, a creative writing challenge, and in May, an International Coaching Week challenge, among other offerings, special workshops, and regular ongoing classes that I would love to have you be a part of, as well as my regular free offerings here on YouTube, on Instagram, and Facebook, and everywhere I'm showing up. That's what March looked like. I enjoyed some good experiences in real life, as well as through the media that I took in, and through the interactions with lovely people that I met. It was a challenging month in its own ways. The world political scene was very active, and yeah, my health wasn't the best, but I started to feel energy returning, felt hopeful and excited about the change of the seasons, the fresh life, always the opportunity for renewal and new beginnings. And I hope you're doing the same. Thank you for moving with me, for watching, for being, whether that's moving in reality or in fact or in spirit. Take good care of yourself, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.